already this morning. What's up? Hey, what's up? You're live over here at YouTube. What they do, babe? Why? YouTube, what they do? I got you up and running, YouTube. What they do? You gonna mildew, barbecue, or stew? What you gonna do up and through here? You feel me? We gonna mildew. You gonna barbecue or you gonna stew? Which one you gonna do? I know one we not gonna do. I know one that we're not gonna do. Not this morning anyway. We're not gonna mildew. We might barbecue and we might just stew. We ain't finna mildew up in the Hourglass Era. For I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. And I'm on assignment. I'm your health-conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. Y'all see I got this lab jacket on this morning. You feel me? I got this lab jacket on this morning, but y'all know it's finna go down up and through here with it's got the lab jacket on. Oh, y'all hit the like button and y'all hit the share button and say, he got the lab jacket on. And y'all don't make me start a whole movement about this lab jacket. Hey, listen, one thing about this, let me tell you something, what I've been noticing about content creators, right? Everybody's a content creator. I think they called every individual on Facebook a content creator. And at the same time, right, I seen one dude, which was one of my buddies. I call him my buddy. He don't even know me from a can of paint, but I call him my buddy, old 19 Keys. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere without that crown on, yeah. You feel me? He don't go nowhere without that crown on, that little thing go cross him like that. He don't go nowhere without it. And so that's his regalia. That's the word right there. That's in my spirit right now. That's his regalia. And so my regalia is my lab jacket. And I came here to dissect and talk to the minds of the people. And I'm here for no other reason than to talk to your mind. Get your thoughts. Because every thought think. Ooh-wee. I say every thought think. So sometimes you might have to cut off the radios and cut off the TVs and let your thoughts have a time to think through meditations, observations, affirmations. Let your thoughts think. Get out your head and get all that noise out your ear. Cut the TVs off. Some people can't even do that. And we did that the other day. It was a beautiful thing. Some people, you know how some people can't even cut the TV or the radio off? Some people actually have to sleep with the TV and the radio. That's how immune to the noise and the background noise they need in their brain. And so at the same time, one time I traveled across this country from Miami. I drove from Miami to LA. And I studied psychology, health psychology at Cal State University, San Bernardino, CSUSB. Google it for yourself. But anyway, while I was out there in Cal State University, I don't know why I'm going here this morning. I ain't sit out here to talk about this. But one thing that I did do was when we studied out there at health psychology, and we discovered that your brain wave is still moving even when you're sleeping. That the noise that you're hearing is still moving your brain waves. And when you sleep with the TV on and the radio on and things of that nature, your brain is still listening even when you're asleep. So that's why sometimes you get up and you be tired all up, like, man, I'm tired out here in these streets. You feel me? I'm out here in the A tide. Yeah, I'm talking about tired, T-I-E-D. I ain't talking about tired. T-I-R-E-D. I ain't talking about that one. You be tired or not, T-I-E-D. You feel me? You be tired or not out here in these streets. So, because at the same time, you don't even understand that your brain was still moving even when your body was asleep. And so I tell people, even in therapy now, don't sleep with the radio on. Put you on some chakra music. Put you on some chakra music that's gonna clean your aura and clean your chakras from 7 all the way down to number 1. From your crown chakra to your root chakra. You got 7 chakras in your body. And they're actually substantial here in the Hourglass Era. We talk about them all the time because I believe that they're energy vortexes, they're energy sources. I think this might be too loud for me right now. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning to talk to the minds of the people. So y'all never mind me. I got y'all attention for about an hour. That's all I want to do. About an hour. That's all. About an hour. That's how we said in Miami. We going about an hour. Give me about an hour of your time. An hour. Not an hour. An hour. But anyway. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning, right? So I wish y'all seen how normal I tap back into after this live. I don't know what be happening to me, y'all. During this time and during this season of my life, I have no clue. I ain't even trying to figure it out. All I'm gonna do is be obedient. That's all I'm gonna do is be obedient. I think I keep talking. That's what's in my spirit. Keep talking. I asked him one time about a few months ago. I'm like, are you using me as a tool? My voice as a tool? He said, absolutely not. He said, I use your voice as an instrument in the earth. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning for several reasons. Through my obedience, through my availability. Welcome to the Hourglass Era, where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, within the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of our mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, intellectual, and physical realms, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts, and its center is representative of neutrality, a balance, a pivotal metaphor for our journey here in the hourglass. Just as the pH transition from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate our thoughts from discordance to harmony. It's about transversing the realms of the 7 chakras, unlocking spiritual experiences and aligning our conscious selves with the greater aspect of life. Each session here in the Hourglass Era unravels the unexplored conscious thoughts of human existence, inviting you to awaken, transcend, and comprehend the vast expansions of our inner world. We got a whole world inside of us, and we're gonna have to go inward to get it. Did you hear me? I say you got a whole world inside of you. And I know this world calls us to try to reach out. And that's our natural go-to, is to reach out. If you're getting ready to fall down a flight of stairs, what you do? You reach out to anything that's around you, the bar, the railing, the person, the people, just to break your fall. The first thing you're going to do is reach out. And I understand that's a natural reflex. But here in the hourglass, we're going to have to go inward. That's what we do here in the hourglass. We go inward. And so at the same time, I'm here to tell somebody, so come, join in, tune in, and let's embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Because I truly believe at this moment in time that we're in the enlightenment era, and we're being spiritually enlightened and awakened. We're being spiritually awakened, and people are waking up to concepts and narratives and ideologies that we were once led down this pathway of thought. through these different paths. And I can show you yesterday when I got off yesterday off the out of this session. I went on about my normal activity and I started like just moving around. After I left the studio and I went into my office and I started just moving around. And I can tell you this, that every word has a frequency, y'all. I say every word, every letter has a number that's attached to it. Am I right? A is 1, B would be 2, C would be 3, 4 would be D, right? And so at the same time, every alphabet has a number attached to that particular alphabet. And he said, tell them that every word is a frequency. Oh, no, I ain't smart enough to come up with nothing like this here. I ain't never thought about this before. And so at the same time, he said, every word has a vibration attached to it through the numbers and through the letters. Every word, just the word, W-O-R-D, has a vibration attached to it through the number. Whatever W is in the alphabet, whatever O is in the alphabet, whatever number R is, and whatever number D is in the alphabet, there's a number attached to that particular alphabet. And he said, tell them that that's a vibration. That word has a vibration. It's an energy. And so at the same time, I don't want to go too far before myself, but at the same time, I want to share with y'all that, yeah, we're going to have to go. Did you hear me? I said, we're going to have to go, y'all. No longer standing on the edge of the shore. We're going to have to dive in to an understanding and a mindset shift that has to happen here in 2024. We're going to have to go into deeper depths and higher heights in thought, in character, in integrity, in moral, in value, in worth in the earth. That we're out, that our worthiness in the earth is valuable. And so I went on about my daily activity yesterday. And this particular word dropped in my spirit. He said, you will be intellectually induced. I'm gonna sit that out there right there. Now, what he meant, I don't even know. I grabbed a pencil and a piece of paper and I wrote this right here, y'all, yesterday after I left the live. He said, you will be intellectually induced. I'm like, inducted? Because you know when you're inducted into something, when you like, you know how the football players, they be inducted into the Hall of Fame, or they go into, you know, saying they're inductee to the Walk of Fame where the stars on the sidewalk in LA, they're inducted, they're inductee. I say inducted was the first thing because I thought I heard him say it. And he said, not induced. And he took me to labor pains. And I was like, wait a minute now, hold up. Time out. Time out. I say time out. Because you can't tell me a word like induced, that you would be intellectually induced. And at the same time, take me to labor pains. And so I said, okay. And so I looked up the word inducted, which he did not say. And that means to admit someone formally to a position or an organization. And it's to install in a seat or a room is when you're inducted into something. He said, nah, tell them that they're getting ready to be induced. And he took me to labor pains. And I said, okay. I say, now I'm starting to get what you're trying to tell me. He said, nah, you're going to be induced into the earth. And I said, okay. And he said, now take that word. Check this out, y'all. It's after my live yesterday. This is what happened to me. Induced meaning. It won't even. It succeed in persuading or influencing someone to do something. This word induce means to persuade. It succeed in persuading or influencing someone to do something. Bring about or give rise to. The word induce, intellectually induced into the earth. And so I don't know, y'all know I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm sure y'all already know that I am the thought-provoking specialist. I'm only here for just to provoke your thoughts. I'm here for no other reason than to provoke your thoughts. But when he said induce, or an intellectual content creator, I'm also your podcast professor. But when he said induce, it means to succeed in persuading. And so if I got to stand here this morning and intellectually induce your mind from a successful perspective, to persuade you and influence you to do something that you haven't done before. Ooh-wee. I say this thing that I'm trying to persuade and induce you into your intellectual concept or mindset, you might have never done it before. But this is your time and this is your season. Maybe this is the reason why I'm here, to speak into the minds of the people. I close my eyes, y'all, and speak into y'all thoughts. I promise you I will. I say I'll close my eyes, my natural eye, and speak into your thoughts, all the way down past your name into your DNA. That's where I want to touch your DNA. That will ultimately change and challenge your life to become the best version of yourself that you can ever become. Ooh-wee. Through the Hourglass Era, by which he's called me to and gave me these concepts and narratives and ideologies. He said every word has a frequency. So we deal with health, wellness, and well-being here. Did you hear me? I said we deal with health, wellness, and well-being. That's up here. Right down here has to be death, destruction, and disease. Is in the acidic side and the cancerous side of thought. Of the cancerous side of conscientiousness is all these lower vibrational words. These are your losses down here. Your wins got to be up here. All these down here are your struggles, and your successes got to be up here. Down here has to be one thing that he took me to yesterday was all this got to be, all your lies got to be acidic. All your truths in the atmosphere has to be alkalinic. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody under the sound of my voice, be careful about your thoughts. Don't just think anything randomly. Make sure you narrow your thoughts down to the fact that you're standing on the alkaline side of conscientiousness when you think. When you anchor your mind in your positive side of thought, I promise you it's going to build an aura of positivity in your life. Just like I told y'all a few sessions ago, that at the same time you're gonna have to dig two holes in the fertile soils of your mind. Remember I told you that? I said you're gonna have to dig two holes in the fertile soils of your mind. Two, only two. And as far as you can see, is how big the green grass is in front of you in 2004. Y'all remember at one time when you look across the ocean, and when you look across the ocean, you can see it real good. When you look across the ocean, it looked where the sky is about to touch the water. It's like one seam across the whole back of the scenery where it looks like the sky is about to touch the water. That same thing and that same sight it looked like the sky's about to touch the green grass of the earth. You see an open plain. And that's what he showed me, that it was all green for us in 2024. It's all green. But you're going to have to dig these two holes in the fertile soil of your mind. One for your dreams and one for your doubts. One for your successes and one for your struggles. One for your wins and one for your losses. One for your truths and one for your lies. I say truth, Truths, your truths in the earth. What you bear truth to. You walk in truth. It's a part of our warfare armor. And there are our loins supposed to be girded with truth, as our feet is shod with the gospel of preparation of peace. That when we walk in this earth, we can walk peaceful, knowing that we're covered. Ooh-wee. And so at the same time, I didn't mean to digress so far, but I want to let y'all know that we're here in the hourglass era. This is the era by which we live. This is the era by which we move. This is the era by which we create. This is the era by which we're living and we're being and we're existing. Our very essence is here in the hourglass. And a lot of times that we're going to have to stay neutral before we make a decision. We got to stand in neutrality, which is the pivotal metaphor for what we're getting ready to do. As we shift our mind, and as we shift our thoughts, and as we prepare our hearts and our mind and our well-being in 2024, we're about to embark upon the newness of it all. And so he took me to labor pains, and he said, remember when your son was getting ready to be born. Remember how he didn't really want to come at the moment by which they felt as though he should be here. I said, I remember. And he said, remember how they had to induce the labor? Ooh-wee. That's why he took me to labor pains. He said, we're going to have to induce labor. And our water done broke here in the hourglass. So we're going to have to induce labor and give birth to intellectual content. We can find any other channel to chime in with at any other time. I keep telling y'all, I'll be delving into it too. I promise you I'll be delving into it too. Good boy. I keep telling you I'll be delving into it too now. It caught me the other day with this older gentleman that was on the side of the road with this Rolls Royce, this big white Rolls Royce. And he had a big M on his chest. You know what I'm saying? For the arches of McDonald's, big M. And this little young lady walked past him and he said, hey, how you doing? And she was saying, like, you work at McDonald's? I don't want to. He was like, yeah, I own about 3 of them. And she's like, you own them? And he said, yeah. And then she still was like, He's like, all right, ma'am, have a good day. He stepped off that curb and went to the Rolls Royce. She saw him when he stepped off the curb and hit that chirp, chirp. Ooh-wee. And her whole mindset changed. And came and tapped on that man's driver's side window. Excuse me, what you said your name was? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold up. He said, wait a minute. What you want just didn't like me a few minutes ago? Hey, that was so funny. So I get caught up on content like that too. But I'm telling you, here in the hourglass, we're going to have intellectual content. And the labor pains by which we're going to deliver is going to be all intellectual content for us to think. Get our minds and our mindset shifting on, where we can shift into a new gear, shift into a new dynamic, shift into a new dimension. We here now. Did you hear me? I said, we're here now. We might as well shift into a new dimension, into a new realm. And so, as we move, as we conquer, as we create, as we be mindful, as we're walking in purpose, as we're walking in his plans, as we're walking vicariously through everybody else's mistakes. We don't have to make the same mistakes that everybody else is making, y'all. Did you hear me? I say we don't have to make the same mistakes. We can walk vicariously through someone else's mistakes. That means watching somebody else do it and see that how they did it and how they went about it. We don't have to actually endure it. And so I just want to welcome y'all to y'all new dimension. There's a new dimension in the atmosphere. There's a new wave of understanding and comprehensiveness in the atmosphere. And he told us the other day through that session about 3, 4, 5 days ago, he said, tell him I said to sew it all together. Take your wins and your losses. Take your successes and your struggles. Take your dreams and your doubts. Take your truths and your lies. Take your gains and your kind of like losses. And make sure you understand that we're going to operate in honesty, courage, bravery. We're going to operate in discipline and compassion as we move through this thing called life. Remember back in the day, I think it had to be about 6, 7, 8 months ago, he said it's through random acts of kindness. That just dropped in my spirit. How we're going to get out of this dilemma that we're in right now is through random acts of kindness. It's a reason why you were standing there behind that young lady in Walmart as she put everything, all her fingers, toes, her eyeballs was in that little clutch purse about that big. She was digging deep up in there. Ain't no more change in there, baby girl. And so at the same time, when you see this and you standing behind somebody and that conveyor belt, they're taking stuff off the conveyor belt, like, okay, we don't need this. We need this, but we don't need this right here. We need this a little, but we don't need, and they start taking stuff off. You say, no. After they finish taking it up and separating it, say, hey, can you do me a favor, ma'am, the cashier? Can you ring all that up on my ticket? I'll pay for the rest of it. She put that in her buggy for a reason. And so it's through random acts of kindness, y'all, that what's going to get us to the next realm of this dimension that we're in. Don't forget when you're standing in Starbucks and you gave that lady a 20, you got your green tea with your agave. You got it. And your donut. You got it. But when she's going to give you that change back, make sure you say, nah, man, pass that back, pass that forward to the car behind me. That car behind me, make sure that to that $20 bill run out, make sure that those cars behind me could pay it forward. And it's through those random acts of kindness, y'all, that will get us to the next level. That little word about it's better to give than receive, I can understand it. I can understand that. But that's the law of reciprocity. When we went through these 7 spiritual laws here, maybe I got to touch back in on it. We got 7 spiritual laws in the spiritual laws of success. And the law of reciprocity is there. Google it for yourself. 7 spiritual laws of success. It's as serious as gravity. It's going to happen every time. If you drop something from up, it's going to drop down to the bottom every single time. You never have to concern yourself whether or not it's going to do it on this time or not. And so I'm here this morning to drop something in your spirit to tell you it's through random acts of kindness that's going to get us to the level by which we desire. It's those small little random acts of kindness. And the universe gonna bring it to your attention. I promise you it is. Like he did to me the other day when I was in a Dollar General. I don't even shop at Dollar. I don't even go to dollar stores. The only reason why I go to a dollar store is to get my Advil liquid gel. Hey, y'all know I be going through some painful experiences out here sometime in these streets, boy. Y'all stop acting like y'all don't know. I go to Advil liquid gels, boy. That's where I get my Advil liquid gels from. Them things work, y'all. 2 of them, yeah. Advil liquid gel. And I was in there and I seen this little girl running behind her mother, making so much noise. Mommy, I want this. I want this. And her mom ignored her the whole entire time I was in that store. Her mom ignored her. I was like, is she gonna acknowledge her? Do she not hear that little girl? I was like, that. I don't know. I think I'm getting old out here, y'all. I'm 56 years old. Y'all know I'm old out here, but I see it and hear everything. It was starting to aggravate me how much she was talking to her mother, and her mother was going on about her daily aisle activity, walking up and down the aisles daily, you know what I'm saying? Her daily aisle activity. Wasn't even paying that young lady, that little girl, no, she had to be about 3 or 4 years old. And at the same time, somehow or another, they ended up behind me in line. And she stayed there begging. Literally, it was past asking, it was begging her mother. Because she said it so many times, her mama was ignoring her. Like drastically ignored, didn't even acknowledge nothing she said. And the last thing I remember her saying is, no, not now. After she done did that for about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, I was in that store. I turned around. My change was $5 out that 20. And I turned around and gave that little girl that $5 bill. You should have seen the expression on her mother's face. Ooh-wee. It's through random acts of kindness, y'all, that's going to get us out of this rut. If we're in a financial rut, everybody ain't living it. You know, once a year, they bring it around every year and call it a holiday. And then they just try to suck the last little bit of the change out of the society through what they would call this day. Everybody bite into it annually, per year. Suck the last little bit of change out the atmosphere. So many people fall into this annual trap. I say so many of us fall into this annual trap that they set intentionally to drain the atmosphere of its resources. And so now I walk in the awareness. Now I'm just starting to walk in conscious thought. Now I'm starting to walk in ability and agility to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to vibe with you throughout the whole entire year. It ain't got to be one day that I gift you or you gift me. Let's gift throughout the year so that by the time that one little major last draw of financial draining that they do out the atmosphere, it won't hurt as much because we've blessed each other throughout the year. But anyway, I ain't go down here this morning for that. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'm telling you right now, listen, your thoughts are seeds. You better understand that. I say every thought that you think is a seed. And your thoughts is a seed that you have to plant in that fertile soil of your mind. And I guarantee you one day it's going to continue if you water it. After planting it, you water it and you nurture and you till the ground around it. You fertilize that seed. I promise you it's going to grow. I promise you it will reap fruit. It'll bear forth fruit. That seed of thought will eventually bear forth fruit, y'all. It's a seed. Our thoughts are seeds. Ooh, I hope y'all get what I'm saying. And when you plant that seed of thought in your mind, and you water it enough, you fertilize it enough, I promise you it's going to bear forth fruit. Make sure your fruit is good fruit. Make sure your fruit is alkalinic fruit. Make sure your fruit is positive fruit. Where you got to be standing in order to get those three words right there? You're going to have to be standing on the top side of the hourglass. Your positive fruit, good fruit, successful fruit, beautiful fruit. Ugly fruit got to be at the bottom of the hourglass. Beautiful fruit got to be at the top. And so we're going to be standing in our winning fruits. The fruit of harmony, not discordance. Discordance got to be at the bottom side of the hourglass. Harmony has to be at the top. And so we're harmonious here in the hourglass. We walk with charisma and character. We walk with a certain amount of integrity and balance. We walk with equilibrium here in the hourglass. All these words has been dropping in my spirit as I speak to y'all. Y'all know I'm a sapiosexual. I'm a wordsmith. Maybe that's the reason why he called me. Maybe that's the reason why he chose me. Because these words just bubble up in me. I close my eyes and talk to the minds of the children. I'll close my natural eye and talk from my innermost eye. Close your eyes so you can see. I did a session. I don't know how long ago that was. Close your eyes so you can see. Close your ears, your natural ear. Unclog the distractions out of your ear so you can hear with clarity when he speaks. Because he gonna speak to you, yourself. He's in you, you in him. He told us in a session a little while ago that you are the I ams in the earth. You remember that? Hey, listen, y'all need to go back to some of these sessions that I've done already, y'all. Listen, if y'all go back and y'all actually see a title of a session that I've done and it pricked your interest, go through the session. Listen to it intuitively, instinctively, intellectually, intensively. Look at them, rewind them, go back, play it again, tap into that frequency. Because there's a certain frequency that I have no clue that I tap into, but I do. It's his frequency. It's his mindset shifts. It's his ideologies. I'm talking about the universe. I ain't talking about the narratives that they taught us and they teached us and brought us down through that. I'm not talking about that right now. That's an energy source though. But I'm talking about the actual creator of all things. I'm talking about the real true creator of all things. The one that spoke everything into existence. I'm talking about that person. I'm talking the one that said, let there be, and the volcanoes came up. Ain't nobody can recreate no volcano. I'm talking about that real true volcano that bubble up. Lava. Google the benefits of lava. I'm talking about that person. What are the benefits of lava? Google that. What's the benefits of lava? Lava benefits. And then tell me what it says. Lava benefits. And so I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health conscious coach, your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. So I got that lab jacket on this morning so we can go into the labs of our minds. Same way we bust that frog open and we dug into that frog and saw his heart, his liver, his spleen, and his kidney back in the days. Y'all know I'm about to tell my age right now. Hey, look, I don't think y'all do that no more. I don't think they have no science class where they had to put them lab jackets on and them gargles. Remember them white, them clear gargles that had the little thing on the side with the little holes in it? I don't think they do that no more. I'm not sure. We going into the labs of our minds, Lord. I said we're going to go into the labs of our thoughts, understanding that our thoughts think and that our thoughts are seeds in the earth. When we plant our seeds in the earth, they're going to have to be good seeds in good soil in order to represent and bear forth good fruit. Make sure you stay on the positive side of thought. Make sure you stay on the alkaline side of conscientiousness. Be aware, be awakened, be alert. Don't just let these words come out your mouth so frivolously. Be acting like you don't understand why that aura that you're building on the negative side of the construct is keep reverberating in your life. You be like, why I keep getting the same thing I don't want? Why am I keep getting and reaping the same results that I do not desire? That's because you're building an aura of the seeds of the words of the thoughts that you're thinking. So I am your thought-provoking specialist. And I am on assignment. And I'm here to tell you to be careful about the things that you think. Make sure you're conscious in your thoughts. Walking in the awareness of your words. Being strategic. Using these as tools. So I'm done, y'all. Ooh-wee. I feel so much better. If I sit before the minds of the people, I feel so much better. Ooh-wee. If only y'all understood. And maybe this is what it took when he said on October 15th, 2022, maybe this is not for y'all. Maybe this is for me. Because I promise you, I feel so much better after I speak. It's something about these speaking engagements and these sessions that's causing me to feel better about life, about living, about existing, about living, about moving, about being, about creating. And so I'm here. We all on the brink of something. All I'm here to tell somebody under the sound of my voice is don't give up. I say at this moment in time, it's too late to throw in the towel. Even if you got that white towel behind your head and you about to launch it forward, I'm telling you right now, every individual in the sound of my voice, do not give up. Hold on. Reach beyond the break and hold on. Make sure that you don't give up in this moment and in this season. You will be intellectually induced through the hourglass concepts and narratives and ideologies. You'll be intellectually induced. I almost want to say vaccinated intellectually here in the hourglass era by which we live. Staying on the top side of the hourglass in alkalinity, and our alkaline thoughts and our alkaline conscientiousness and our alkalinic awareness and our alkalinic fortitude, being fortified in alkalinity, that no matter what negative thing come our way, we'll be able to snap back instantly. Even when somebody come at you, jugging at you from the acidic side of their thoughts, you still don't have to drop low to answer them back. I'm requiring you and charging you that if somebody come at you through acidity, we still going to have to respond to them through alkalinity. Ooh-wee. They come at you through the lower vibrational aspect of their conscientiousness and their lives and that bitter aspect of their life. We're going to still have to answer them back through sweetness, because sweet got to be at the top. Bitter got to be at the bottom of the hourglass. That's another one, see? That just came to me, sweet and bitter. People that's bitter, they got to walk all through the bottom. They stand in acidity. At the bottom side of their lives, they standing, they got a foothold is in acidity when they're bitter. They can come at you and you got a good morning and you have a good day, and they can come and try to jug at you intentionally through their acidic thoughts. But we're going to have to transition in our mind and not let our vibrations come down to where they are, and answer them back through your alkaline side, your sweet side, your love side, your positive side, your alkaline side. So I'm thankful this morning. Did you hear me? I said we're going to have to have an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for everything that you have. Not focusing your attention on the things that you do not have. Make sure that you focus your attention on all the stuff that you do have. And make sure that's your footing in the earth. That I am so thankful and I'm so grateful. I'm appreciative of all the things that I do have. I don't even concern the stuff of the lack. I walk in the abundance. That's the top side of the hourglass. Is abundance. Lack got to be at the bottom. That's another one. Sweet is at the top, bitter at the bottom. Abundance got to be at the top. Lack got to be at the bottom. Even if we operating in lack, we ain't going to put our feet there. We're going to stand that we still got a place to live. We still got a car to drive. We still got a reasonable portion of strength. We still got health, wellness, and well-being. We ain't operating from death, destruction, and disease at the bottom. So we got to remember that our seeds are our thoughts. Make sure you're planting good seeds in good soil. I say make sure you plant good seeds in good soil. And that fertile soil of your mind, the beautiful thing about the soil is it don't even know what you planted in it. That is remarkable. I say it don't even know what you planted in each hole. It don't even know what you planted. All it has the ability to do is yield the fruit by which was tilled the most, by which you watered the most. You water your dreams and your wins and your successes the most. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to bear forth that fruit. Your wins, your successes, and your dreams. That's what it's going to yield. It don't have the ability to determine what's in the whole. Only thing it has the ability to do is yield what was planted. I'm gone, y'all. Hey, look, hey, that's a beautiful thing to be here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment, y'all. I'm your health conscious coach, your intellectual content creator, and I'm also your podcast professor. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. On the march, get set, ready, go. I say on the march, get set, ready, go. On the march, get set, ready, go. We gone, y'all. We off the platform now. We can head for the stars now. I say we can shoot for the stars. Ain't no reason not to. We here now. We done launched now. I'm a year off the flat platform. A year some change off the platform. I'm thankful too. I'm grateful too, y'all. I'm grateful. I'm grateful and I'm honored. I'm privileged. Yes, I am. To be here and on assignment, operating in obedience. I don't even think I would be here right now had I not opened that laptop, y'all. When he took me to that, when he took and he said, do it, he took me to a time I made him a promise. And I know I ain't the only one on this live that I made him a promise. Did you hear me? I said, I know I'm not the only person on this live that made the universe a promise now. Stop acting like I'm the only one out here by myself. Don't leave me out here by myself. Y'all know y'all made him a promise when y'all was going through y'all valley low experiences, y'all belly of the whale experience. You know, nobody else can know but you. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you said, Lord, if you get me out of this, I'll do this, that, and this. Don't you forget the promise that you made to him. Did you hear me? I say, don't forget the promise that you made to him. Didn't it say somewhere it's better to throw a anchor around your neck and jump into the deepest end of the lake or something like that there? You try to ward off that promise that you made to him, whether you unintentionally forgot or intentionally had selective memory in your memory. You better remember the promises that you made to him and adhere to it. He's gonna call you into your spectrum. Years later, he called me into mine. And so I'm thankful to be here this morning. We all on the brink, y'all. I say we on the brink of something great here in the Hourglass, intellectual content. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I'm ready. I'm willing and I'm able. Yeah, it's a beautiful space to be. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm your thought-provoking specialist. I'm gone. I got some business to go handle now. Just know you will be intellectually induced. Did you hear me? Labor pains. He gonna induce labor in your own life, like how he did mine. He induced labor. And I had to give forth birth to this assignment. I said I had to give forth birth to this assignment on my life. I don't even think I'll be here right now, year some change later. I think he probably said, shh, and just sucked the breath out my body. Y'all been coming by looking at me in my face. I was like, oh, devil is a lie. I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to walk in my abundance. I'm going to walk in my authority. And I'm going to walk in my intellectuality. I'm going to walk in my assignment with my flaws, my failures, and my frailties. Because ain't nobody perfect out here in these streets, y'all. Don't you ever get it twisted. I say, ain't nobody perfect. Did you hear me? Ain't nobody perfect. You see what's happening to my buddy? He ain't perfect. Ain't nobody in this earth perfect. So we have to sit back and watch and see how it all unravels out there in Texas. You know, ain't nobody perfect on the earth. Don't be around here trying to throw rocks and you live in a glass house. I say, don't be around here trying to have a rock behind your back, about to toss it in somebody else's life to shatter their situation when you live in your own glass house. You ain't perfect either. And your doo-doo smell too. Stop acting like your doo-doo perfect. It smells. It stinks. Your doo-doo. Doo-doo. Let me stop. Your doo-doo smell too. I'm gonna do a whole session on doo-doo around here. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know it. Hey, look, I ain't got nobody to tell me not to do it. Hey, listen, you know when you being heavily involved in let's just say organized religion. I don't want to say, but let's say when you were heavily involved and then somebody come and sit you down. Hey, look, soldier, you know what I'm saying? You know, you talking a little bit too much out here. You know what I'm talking about? Making us look bad over here. So at the same time, we're gonna sit you down for a second. Hey, look, who could sit me down here when the universe then constructed something in my own situation? You see that? You see how he'll do it? You just continue to walk in obedience. You continue to walk in your realness. You continue to walk in your willingness. Be willing. You continue to walk. You ain't perfect either. And your doo-doo stink too. You live in a glass house as well. So be careful about how you put your mouth on folk. Your stuff could come crumbling down too. Be careful. Be mindful. Be thoughtful. Use compassion when it comes down to these certain things. I'm going to do a whole session on doo-doo. You heard me? Hey, boy, y'all know I go off in here. I do a whole session on doo-doo. And get what the title go. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And guess we all got our own doo-doo to attend to. That's what he just dropped in my spirit. I said, we all got our own doo-doo to attend to. Don't come acting like you perfect in the space. Ain't nobody perfect in the earth. Don't come acting like your stuff don't stink now. Don't act like you got a rock in your hand and you finna try to smash somebody else's house down. Because that same rock that you throw a ricochet off my house, of that person's house, and bounce into yours. And knock all your stuff down. So I'm gonna keep my buddy out there in Texas in prayer. I hope that, you know, whatever designed to happen will happen in his favor. I ain't finna talk about it. I ain't finna be involved in it. I'll sit back and watch it. Everybody out here feeble. And everybody out here flawed. And everybody out here got failures. And everybody out here in these streets got frailties. We all got F's in our closet. Did you hear me? I said, we all frail. We all feeble. We all failures. We all flawed. We got a whole bunch of F's in our closet. And so I'm on assignment. I don't want to leave on y'all. I don't want to leave y'all on that note right there. Hey, I don't want to leave y'all on that note right there, man. Hey, listen at me. Because we all, hey, listen, if the truth be told, hey, listen, if the truth be told, the only reason why our stuff ain't exposed like everybody else's stuff is because we ain't on that limelight type of process. We ain't on that limelight right there like that. The spotlight ain't shining on us like that in the earth. I'm letting you know that you're not perfect. Neither am I. Only thing that I have is obedience. And I'm going to walk in my obedience. Even in my flaws and my failures and my frailties, I'm going to still walk in the bed. I'm gone, y'all. Y'all not going to talk to y'all ear. I talk y'all whole ear off all day. I told you I've been called to do this. So I talk your whole ear off. Your whole ear be on the ground. You're like, what happened to my ear? He talked my whole ear off. Let me stop. Hey, listen, let me go, y'all. I got to go. I got some business to take care of. It's been a blessing, y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, we going to have fun here, man. This is going to be a fun, exciting, intellectual avenue that you could tap into. You could go down those other avenues too. And they funny too. And they got millions and billions of thousands of followers. I'm like, what? How this dude got all these thousands of followers like this here, getting bread? So I don't expect my stuff to be like that based on the fact that somebody told me, boy, you got so much, your content is so proper and intellectual. They gonna drop your algorithm. Or some people say, I'm like, man, I don't care nothing about that. I'm on assignment and I'm obedient to the call. And so I don't care nothing about no likes. I don't care nothing about no shares. I don't care nothing about none of that. Because if I could talk to the minds of the people, I'm gonna talk to one person like I talk to 1,000 people the same way. Yep. And so I'm on assignment. So it don't even matter. Y'all be blessed. It's another time. I'll see y'all. Hotep. Don't act like I'm saying nothing strange. Hotep. Google it for yourself. It means, Hotep means peace and blessings unto you. Hotep means peace and blessings. That's all it means. Google it. Our ancestors used the word Hotep. I think our ancestors did. Hotep. Google it. Y'all know I'm gonna send y'all a Google for everything. But anyway, y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. YouTube, out of here, baby.